You're getting ready for your next hike, you're super excited, and I'll share with you something that became a ritual when I'm preparing for my own hikes. There are some films that I watch every single time I'm about to go on a hike. They remind me of important lessons for the adventure I'm about to go. And there will be spoilers, of course.
Good morning, everyone! It is 7 o'clock here in Canyonland, USA.
127 hours. Because of this film, every time now before going on a hike, I share with a friend or a family member the whole itinerary of where I'm gonna be and when I'm gonna be. And I even go and say, look, and if by day 5 I don't send you a message, something is wrong with me. Please go and try to find me. Another lesson I learned is don't be cheap with equipment. Buy high quality equipment. You guys remember the scene where he's using a pocket knife. That pocket knife wasn't high quality, if you remember. So yeah, I only buy high quality equipment regardless which equipment I'm talking. If I'm going on a hike, I'm gonna be in the middle of nowhere, everything I take is high quality. Did I warn you that this video would get dark like very fast? Oops.
Oh my God. What have I done?
I'm sorry you have to walk 1,000 miles just to...
Wild. Such a good film, and it reminds me the importance of managing the weight you're carrying in your backpack. Every time when I watch, I go back to my backpack and I remove a lot of things that are just simply unnecessary. Weight can be your enemy, and that film reminds me of that so much. And I remember the book that she's carrying and how she's burning the pages as she reads the book. That made me realize how silly I was, because I was taking big books as well. So now I either take like smaller books, or recently in my last hike, literally 1 week ago, it was the first time I took a Kindle, and I quite like it.
We climb because it's fun.
Touching the Void. Oh my God, I think that's one of the darkest. That one, oh, it reminds me that in these harsh environments, not even your friends can save you. And sometimes you have to let your friend go. This is tough. This is a tough pill to swallow. But if I'm going on a high altitude mountain or even an isolated place, and I'm going to this trip with a friend, I ask them to watch this film, and we have a very honest conversation before going on a hike. I've lost how many times I've watched this film already, and every time I watch it gets me. It's so dark, it's so heavy. But that's the reality. Sometimes hiking or an expedition, things can get very ugly.
I took the Colorado River all the way down to the Grand Canyon and did rapids.
Into the Wild. He crosses the river when it's frozen, and then he spends some time and weeks in the magic bus, and then when he tries to go back, the river is no longer frozen and he can't go back. That reminds me that every single time I'm hiking and I know I have to go back, whilst I'm hiking, I'm thinking, okay, I'm hiking and I'm enjoying life, but do I have enough time to go back? When I'm going back, is there gonna be daylight still? So I'm already thinking about my way back so that I can adjust the decisions I'm making on my way there. I'll share something personal here. Into the Wild was the first ever adventure film I watched, and it had a big impact in my personality. I was very young, and when I watched the film, I loved that film so much. I definitely watched the film more than 30 times. I know the soundtrack by heart, and it really changed who I am. It made me realize what I like, my passion. So yeah, but that's not important to you.
If you give up, you die.
14 Peaks. That one reminds me of the importance of being fit, physically strong. Before, I would train for a hike just enough so I could complete the hike and not struggle whilst I'm doing the hike. But after watching that film, I realized I need to be worried about the people around me. If a friend that is hiking with me is suddenly struggling with the weight they're carrying, I should be strong enough to get some of that weight and carry myself in my own backpack. So that film made me stop thinking just about myself, and now I think about the friends that are with me and the people I meet during the hikes.
Everest is my game. That is my dream.
Last but definitely not least, Mountain Queen. Look, I'm almost 40 years old. I started asking myself, up to when will I be able to do these hikes? And then suddenly I watch a film with a woman in her 50s, and she has climbed the Everest 10 times, and when she was 54, she did K2. Like, what? She's a beast. She's smashing everything. So I know it's a less practical lesson, but it's a very important lesson to me that I need to be reminded now more often than before. And it's okay with that, Andre. You're okay with that. Okay with that. I'm not okay with that. I want to get young again. What about you, fellow hiker? Which film taught you a lesson? Leave a comment below and let me know. My hike last week showed me that I haven't learned all these lessons, actually. I thought I've learned, but I haven't, because one of them put me down. Have a watch here on the video, and I hope it doesn't happen the same to you.